Hey, I'm currently in a hotel room in Brighton, in the UK, and the reason I'm here is because I'll be taking you along to visit Bradley Hall today. You may be familiar with Bradley from his silly online guitar content, or from his much less silly online shred guitar school, where he's currently teaching over 1,500 students the art of metal guitar. But as usual, I would like to give a glimpse into his life that you wouldn't usually get from his own content. So without wasting any more time, my name is Kalen, and you're watching Season 1, Episode 3 of Six String TV Cribs.
Hang on. Wait. Sake. Come in. Welcome to the crib. Alright, okay. I suppose I should show you around my modest apartment. We'll go in there. Like, don't look in there. It's fine. Like, ignore that. I recently moved. That's a teasing.
Oh yeah,
issues.
this is a brand new place. This is Six String TV Cribs apartment you've lived in for a month.
Yeah. It's a shame you didn't catch me in my old place a few months back. It was a lot bigger and more interesting. I bought this place a few months back. Very cozy and modest, but yeah. Here we go. This is the living area. A nice lounge with a little terrace, a nice view. Maybe don't put the camera out there unless
No,
you're gonna fucking dox me.
The exposure's set way too high for that.
Okay. It's the kitchen, tower of Easter eggs, which I'm still working my way through.
Yeah, I was gonna say every candy I've seen in here is egg-shaped.
Oh yeah. Then obviously the main attraction is my ridiculous Lego collection and silly man-child objects.
I don't even want to know how much money went into all of this. I mean, you just told me what the tower, the Sauron thing cost.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to Lord of the Rings stuff, money's no object.
This is really that's a lot of money.
Unfortunately, though, this doesn't really fit. I had to take some bits off the sides to make it fit.
Ah.
So,
unfortunate.
very unfortunate. First world problems there.
Yeah, my Legos don't fit in the thing.
All right, I guess there's nothing else to see here. You just saw me.
Yeah, this is a very sparsely decorated.
Yes. Okay, this is where the magic happens. Here we go. My studio space. This is my backdrop. You probably recognise from my videos. My very modest guitar collection.
Run us through it.
All right.
This is a guitar channel, after all.
It is. That's crazy. All right. So this is my green Solar X-Type. You've probably seen in most of my videos. Fucking love this thing. Except the bridge. Horrible Floyd Rose special. Ugh. But besides that, it's a fucking sick guitar.
Sending this to Ola immediately.
Yeah. I'm sure he knows. Then my main guitar, the blue Charvel Pro Mod DK something or other. I can't remember. It definitely needs a dust. Getting a little grimy under here.
That's the same one you filled the beans in, or was
no? No, I sold that one ages ago to a very lucky viewer.
I was gonna say, did the person buying it know that it had been full of
definitely.
beans? Okay.
I'm sure it increased its value.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my main guitar. I fucking love this. Like, I mean, honestly, I don't really need anything else. That guitar's perfect. This is a Solar S series that they sent me last year. Basically, it's like it's half size or 3/4 size guitar.
Looks 3/4.
Yeah, it's actually surprisingly good. I think it only costs like $150 or something. I mean, it sounds like shit, but it actually, I mean, to be expected, but like, it actually plays surprisingly well. And it's kind of fun because it's such a short scale. You can do like massive bends.
Okay. I don't have one of those yet, but I really want one.
And it's actually like surprisingly fun just to muck about on. I think the problem is it doesn't stay in tune like at all. I think that's probably a result of the scale, right? I don't know. I feel like short scale guitars maybe have a harder time
the
staying
scale
in tune.
and also the fact that it's not an on-brand Solar, so the tuners are shit.
Yeah, that too. But it's pretty fun and it looks cool. It looks great on camera. Like when I play it, it makes it look like a normal guitar.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm so short, it actually looks like look, my hands look massive on this guitar.
Bradley,
Hello, welcome to my house.
tell us a bit about yourself. Where are you from originally? You're from around here? I mean, you're English.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a reference to last night with that guy who was like harassing you. It's like, where are you from? Where are you really from?
Yeah, I said I'm from Germany. Oh, where are you really from? And then
from?
his drunk wife came and touched my hair. Yeah.
Just another day in England. Yeah. Yeah, I'm from England, born and bred. I was born more up north in the Midlands in a place called Shropshire, which is like farmer country that floods a lot. Sort of like near Birmingham, on the border of Wales, I think.
Okay.
But I've lived down here for most of my life in Brighton.
The second question is, how long have you lived here? But I know that because you've basically just moved here. Like, what was it? Month, 2 months ago?
Yeah, moved in end of February, I think. Yeah, this is my first place that I've bought. I started the process back in November? No, October, I think, last year. And yeah, just moved in at the end of February.
Why here? You could, if you're moving house, you have the option to just go somewhere, right? So why'd you live here?
Yeah,
Rudy's answer was, I don't have a passport.
Yeah, I don't have that as a cop-out, unfortunately. Well, this is where my friends and family are. Unfortunately, this is one of the most expensive places to live in England. I think only second to London. But the quality of life here is so good. And I think people often dismiss that. People fixate too much on house price, I think, which of course, like, that is very important. You don't want to like get something you can't afford. I don't really believe in moving out your way somewhere just for the sake of like saving 100 or 2 a month on your repayments. I think quality of life and happiness is worth more than that. I decided to stay local and downsize rather than get somewhere as big or bigger, but further away from all my friends and family. And we're so close to London here. It's only about an hour on the train, and we have Gatwick Airport and Heathrow Airport not too far away at all. So it's very convenient for like traveling for videos and shows and stuff.
That was all pros. So
Yeah.
what's the worst part of living here? Is it the money? Is it just that?
Yeah,
What sucks?
It's expensive, but that's not like, it's not the end of the world. Like I said, I'm happy here, so I don't really think about the expense too much. It's whatever. You just take the L, right? You just suck it up. Other negatives? I'm not sure. I mean, the reason why I stayed here just because it's so chill. I mean, you've seen what it's like just walking around here. It's like super chill.
This is a nice place. Like, I travel a lot, and I'm usually very, very happy to go back home. It's actually quite nice here.
Yeah, it's you got the sea. Everyone's very nice and accepting. I'm not really much of a political person, but it's very liberal here, which is nice. You can just like do anything or be whatever you want to around here, which is very nice. You don't really get people judging you. Just besides drunk Brits on nights out. They're harmless. It's just...
Those people are also very nice.
Yeah.
It's not like that. I didn't say I'm Arab, and then he went, oh, fuck you, and
Yeah,
punched
yeah,
me.
yeah.
It was just like, oh, can I touch your hair? I've never seen a man with long hair before.
It's just drunken curiosity.
Yeah. And then, oh, why do you have curly hair? My daughter has curly hair.
Like, what a sentence. But in terms of other negatives, I'm not really sure there's anything else.
And then, of course, the SpongeBob meme guitar.
The SpongeBob. This is relatively new, right?
I think I got this off eBay like last year, like early last year, I think. I was actually looking for like the Hello Kitty guitar, but those are like ridiculously hard to come by.
Is it solid? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's a hollow one as well. That's basically just a kid's toy. But
Yeah,
it's a
I
legit
mean,
guitar.
I thought it was a toy when I bought it. I just thought like, it'd be a cool prop, but I didn't realize it was actually like a legit guitar.
That's so fucking funny.
And I wanted to, I don't know, like mod it with a different pickup or something. But I don't know, it doesn't really play that well, and it sounds horrible.
I'm
but
shocked.
It looks great. That's the main thing.
I'm surprised that this isn't top tier.
I'm mostly, like these days, I'm mostly into guitars that just look good on camera. I don't really care too much about how they sound.
Speaking of stuff that looks good on camera.
Yeah. This is a guitar I think I've had the longest now out of all these. Oh no, the Ibanez. I think this was the second guitar Solar sent me. I have no idea what the model name is. Their guitar names are horrible. Like just a random string of like letters.
No,
and
not
numbers.
really, because it's a Strat type, so it's an S, and then it's a 6-string, so it's a 1.6.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be an S2.6,
Oh, okay.
and then the color name and an Evertune.
Ah, well there you go then. You know more about it than me. I use this mainly for tracking rhythm guitars because their pickups are like quite low output, but they're really tight. So it's great for like riffing and chugging, and it's all right for like lead stuff, but I don't know. It's not as good as the Charvel, for example, and it has like a split thingy, and the net pickup is pretty cool.
How happy are you with Evertune?
With what, Evertune? Yeah, Evertunes are sick. I mean, honestly, I would fit all my guitars with them if I could. I mean, it does make the guitar like a bit heavier. I don't really get the people who say it affects the tone. That seems a little bit...
What, Evertune?
Yeah.
No, you just can't bend the high strings really.
Yeah. I mean, but I don't really feel too much of a difference. It's like, it's not enough of a difference for me to care.
Bradley,
Yes, sir.
you teach guitar online, don't you?
I do.
So
Yes.
this episode does not have a sponsor. So effectively, this is sponsored by the Bradley Hall Guitar School, and
What better sponsor do you need?
yes, handing off to you.
So basically, I have a online guitar school called Bradley Hall's Guitar School. Funnily enough, very creative name.
Yes.
I know. It's essentially a Patreon. You sign up, you can do a 7-day free trial, and once that's over, it's only $5 a month. It's crazy cheap for considering what you get. Basically, there's like a whole archive of content, different lessons about anything to do with like technique, so like sweeping, tapping, alternate picking, all that stuff. Some theory stuff like modes and like composition, even like home recording and some gear stuff. Like literally everything you need to become a pro guitarist, because to become a good guitarist, it's not about just having good technique. You need to just be like a good all-round musician as well. Included in membership is also access to a big community Discord server. I think there's over like 3,000 or 4,000 people in there. I'm in there daily talking. You can post clips if you're playing every day, and myself or the other tutor will take a look and we'll give you some personalized feedback on it. I mean, honestly, considering what you get, I should be charging like way more, but you know, I think it's important to provide cheap, accessible guitar tuition, because you know how the state of the music industry is these days. Guitar, it's not on the way out, but you know, it's it goes through like peaks and troughs of popularity. You know, I'm a firm believer of getting as many people as possible into guitar because it's just fucking fun, right? So I'm sure Kaylin will provide a link in the description down below. You can get started with a 7-day free trial.
Description and pinned comment, baby.
And there we go. And that's it. Thank you very much for your time.
Then I can't remember what this is called. It's some
Is that the Axion label?
Axion label. That's it. I don't think they make these anymore.
No, they don't. But that is the Bradley Hall classic.
Yeah, I think this is the guitar I've had the longest. I think I got this in like 2020. I want to say 2019 or 2020.
Yeah, when I found your videos, you'd always play this with the bottom string missing.
Yeah, this was this was my main guitar for a long time. The pickups they sound like really really unique. I've not heard any other guitar that sounds like this. I've thought about selling it, but nah, I don't know. It's a little bit of history on my channel. I guess I need to keep 1 7 string for like videos and stuff, because I keep all my guitars in E standard and using the Kemper drop tuner on a 6-string standard. Like, you can only do it so far before it sounds horrendous. And my latest edition,
Oh yeah,
the beautiful Kerry King,
the immortal classic. Oh fuck.
I was expecting it to be like complete hot garbage, but it's actually not a bad guitar.
Yeah, but the body wood is like Agathis or some shit. Like you could do dive bombs with it by bending it.
I mean, I don't know what's going on here. Something happened.
Shit. Yeah, I remember how bad I wanted one of these when I was like 14.
Oh yeah.
Because Slayer made me get into guitar.
Uh-huh.
And then I never did get one because fuck that.
Yeah, I think the more popular one was the V that also had like a treble pattern. But I don't know. I wanted the Warlock. It's just cooler. And like that fucking headstock, man. Look at that. It's like the most metal thing in the world.
Yeah, at least it's not the ballsack headstock. You know the one with the
But it's actually not a bad guitar, to be fair. Just some mucking about, and I wouldn't do anything like serious with it, but just for messing around on it, it's pretty fun.
You bought this place.
Yeah.
You rented before.
Yeah.
So I don't ask people like exactly what they pay, because that's invasive. But what's it like in this area for a place this size? You've seen the size by now, so you can. I don't know the square footage, but you can estimate.
Yeah.
Do you know it?
No, I don't offhand. This is like it's 2-bedroom, but the location is really good, which is why it's expensive. I can say specifics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just don't want to ask because if you're comfortable.
Yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
I bought this for just over 400,000.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Pounds, that is.
Yeah,
Which
pounds.
is euro and dollar conversion.
I think it's about 500k USD.
Fuck
something
me.
about that. Yeah, so you
For
don't
this.
you don't get much for your money, but the location is like pretty sick. Yeah, and this is a great investment as well because it's right by the station. It's going to be super easy to sell in the future.
Yeah.
Or to turn into like an Airbnb or
Yeah.
be one of those wankers to exploit people.
I mean, this is a lovely area. Like, I was just around the corner. There's a Sainsbury's there, and then there's everything was like, how long did we walk to the pier? 10 minutes?
Yeah.
So it was like, that was really nice.
Yeah, everything is walkable. You don't have to like take a bus or a train or drive, whatever.
I do like areas where you don't need a car. Where I live, a picture of where I live on screen, 15-minute drive to the next grocery store.
Yeah.
Like, that really pisses me off.
Yeah.
So in the long run, this would probably be nice. If this was within the EU, I could see myself living here, but yeah, you know.
And in terms of rent, I think somewhere like this has probably cost you about between like 1,500 or 1,800 a month. around that. Probably about 2K USD, something like that, probably.
That's all right.
And that is it. I have a thing about hoarding stuff. I don't like to keep stuff that I don't use. I kind of like, this is why a good thing I have this this rack of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like when I get more than 7 guitars, I don't like having one just laying around. So I was like, okay, I need to sell one. It's a bass. It doesn't count. That's just for a backdrop. I mean, I use MIDI bass on all my videos. I don't actually.
Really?
Play.
You
I
don't
don't
play
actually.
it?
I never play that. No.
Okay. Solar sent me a bass so that I don't have to use MIDI bass anymore.
I like MIDI bass. It's a lot quicker than having to record a real one.
Yeah.
I think I've sold like 4 or 5 guitars in the past couple of years. I just don't like keeping too many. Just like to keep a small collection. I actively use like most of these, to be honest. I don't like keeping guitars that I just never play. Feels wasteful. I don't want to be like fucking Andrew Boehner with like a room full of guitar cases.
I'm gonna be very quiet because I have 47. So at this point, they're just like on my floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't have the space for that now, actually. So moving to a smaller...
No, neither do I.
moving to a smaller place will actually keep me disciplined in like not acquiring too many.
You're the first guitar YouTuber who's ever said that. So I don't want to have too many guitars.
Yeah. Besides that, there's nothing else to show in here, really. Besides, well, my latest edition, the glorious Line 6 Spider 2.
Beautiful.
I had to schlep all the way up to Reading, which is about just over 2 hours away on train. Had to carry this all the way home. It was awful. Like, this thing weighs a fucking ton. Actually, it's not as bad as this thing. It's like an old PV Bandit. This thing is heavy. It's way heavier than the orange cab.
You don't actually use any of these, right? You use like the...
No, I used to use this as like a practice amp in my lounge, but I just think it looks cool as a backdrop, so I don't bother with it anymore.
How long have you been doing YouTube full time?
I was trying to remember.
Full time.
Yeah, I was trying to remember this the other day. It was during the tail end of the pandemic, I think.
Okay.
I sort of had an epiphany one day. I just thought because my job was fine up until the pandemic, and then everything turned to like working from home, and my job just turned into like endless Zoom calls, and it was just like unbearable.
Yeah.
And so one day I just thought, fuck it. I had like 10 grand in savings, and I was paying pretty cheapish rent at the time. So I thought, fuck it. I'll give it a year, see how it goes.
Yeah.
Just take the plunge, have a bit of a gamble. And luckily it turned out good, and I haven't looked back since then. I think it's 2021 that I went full time with YouTube.
Yeah, a lot of people went full time during the pandemic because they were like...
it was a great time for YouTube.
Yeah, also because maybe they were just like laid off and they were like, okay, I'll just take a gamble on myself here.
Yeah.
And I had plenty of time, and also the like viewership was good because everybody was out.
Views and CPM went through the roof during the pandemic. I think I was earning more for AdSense then than I am now. Crazy, on like less views.
Yeah. Oh, is it like not percentage wise, like in total?
Yeah, just in total. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, it was crazy back then because it's just like everyone was on YouTube. I think that's sort of like when guitar YouTube sort of exploded. Like again. Had like a bit of a renaissance, didn't it? They were like
it was like
very
early Jared Dines sketch videos were like the start, and then it kind of like died off a little bit, and then it
came back. That was like during like K-Mac sort of periods, like around that sort of time. Yeah, I think lots of channels sort of like blew up around that time. Yeah, it was a.
I mean,
good time to get
I
in.
started in October 21, and my channel grew pretty quickly, so I can confirm.
Yeah.
I think I also started while I was still in school. I was 16. I'm pretty sure I also started while schools were closed because I just had a bit of time. So what were you doing before? It was like an IT job or something, right?
Yeah, I was a software developer.
Okay, smart.
Really well. As far as day jobs go, it's pretty chill. I had loads of other shitty jobs before then. Like I worked in like a kitchen. I've worked in a factory. Done retail.
What factory? Like factory for?
Some shit ass factory, mate. What did we make? It was like picture frames or something, like this sort of stuff. It was the most fucking most brain dead job ever.
I worked in a picture frame factory.
Oh yeah. I've done everything.
I mean, Glenn Fricker worked on the assembly line for Chrysler. But at least that's cars.
Yeah, that's remotely interesting.
Picture frame.
Yeah.
Okay, but he did that for 25 years. It probably gets boring after a while.
I think it's good though to have those experiences because it makes you appreciate not shit jobs more. Yeah. So I think it was around that time I went to school to study IT. I hated it. Dropped out and taught myself coding, and then I started working in that. I think I was doing it for about 5 years before I quit and went to YouTube.
Okay. I tried back before I dropped out of school. I tried taking like an IT class because I was like, this is a cool skill to have, and it basically just made the teacher also, he was an asshole, but that made me want to cry myself to sleep.
Yeah.
That shit was so bad. I know nothing about computers because of my age. Like older people, like 50 plus, they'll ask you questions because they assume you know more than them. It's just like I don't know anything about this. Like I know how to script videos and record them. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
I have no tangible job skills.
Yeah, it's just I was never interested in computers either, really. But coding was sort of like puzzle solving. It's kind of its own sort of thing. So you don't really need to know about computers. I guess it helps, but you don't have to be good at coding.
Does that help you at all with your current job? Has there ever been a scenario where you're like, oh, okay?
Absolutely not. No.
So something happened last year that's like the dream for many players, or at least like for me it would be, which is that an established band approached you and said, would you like to join? For everybody who doesn't know, the band is Twilight Force. And like to me that would be the dream, would be like you don't have to start a band from scratch.
Yeah.
They have a fan base and they go, you come with us.
Yeah.
So how's that been?
Yeah, really sick. I always sort of had in my head that I wasn't fussed about doing the whole band and touring thing. And I thought like maybe there's like a list of like 5 bands, if that, in my head that I would ever consider joining, and they were one of them. So so when they came along, I was like, fuck. Okay.
So was that just
I'm
like a
gonna have
coincidence,
to.
or did you know them already?
Yeah, I know them. The singer, well, one of the female singer and her husband, they're sort of like they run the band. I've been friends with them for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, so like early last year, and they approached me to join. The other guitarist who joined, Galen, is also local to Brighton, which is a coincidence.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been really cool. It's been nice seeing the other side of the industry and not just from behind a computer screen.
Yeah, but being an actual musician,
Yeah. And
that's something I have yet to do.
It is fun. Playing shows is awesome. It's like a nice little like confidence, ego boost, whatever. I've yet to do a tour. I think we're in talks to do something at the end of the year, maybe in like the US. So I think that'll be the deciding factor to see whether it's something I want to do long term, because I'm definitely I'm more invested still in my own stuff.
Yeah.
And like the band thing is just kind of like it's a fun other thing to do.
Yeah, so you did also start a band.
Yeah.
You had Brain Slug.
Yeah, so
what's happened to that?
Brain Slug is a band that I have with my school friends. We've been playing together since we were like 15 or so. And that's fun, but like you said, doing an originals band these days, there's so much crap that comes with it when you're not established. There was a little bit of a shortcut because of like my YouTube stuff.
And having Jordan Rudess feature on the first album.
Like when Twilight Force gave me the call, I was like, I don't really have time to do like another band as well.
Yeah.
It's just like one or the other. So it's sort of like shelved for now. We may still do stuff in the future, but for now it's just
Okay.
But the other guys have their own shit going on as well. Well, you met Bobby last night. He's got.
Oh yeah.
He's got his own stuff going on. But yeah, maybe in the future.
Oh, there's a play button.
Yeah, this has been dropped on the floor too many times. I'm surprised it's still in one piece.
How's one of those feel? That feels less cool.
I mean, like, feel these edges. Like, it's a fucking weapon. Like, feel how sharp that is.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I've had this fall on my toe once, and it was
Oh,
horrendous.
fuck.
Because I just used to have it sort of freestanding in my background. In my older videos, I would sort of like throw myself around my set a lot, and I would just like always just bash into this and then knock it over, and it would fall on my feet.
Is that the video setup? That the camera?
That is it, yeah.
Are you joking?
Hey, that's all you need, man. My little...
So it's a $15 tripod.
Yeah.
And then what camera is this?
So it's a Sony ZV-1. And this is even a step up from my old one. Have I got my old
It's a Sony ZV-1.
I used to have like a really cheap camera.
That's like point and shoot as well. You can't take the lens off.
Exactly, yeah. That's why I got it.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's just a really basic Sony ZV-1, and I got the
The road.
the Rose. This is like the cheapest tripod you could possibly buy.
Yeah, I have one of those for travel.
And then I've got these cheap ass Amazon lights. I think the only like all right piece of equipment I've got is like this. I've got a couple of like nice LED lights.
Well, the Amazon softboxes are that's good workhorse gear. I used those for years as well.
Only thing is they take up so much fucking space. I hate them.
Yeah.
I kind of want to set up like
I was gonna say mount them to the
ceiling-
ceiling.
a ceiling
Yeah,
light or
mine are mounted on the ceiling.
Yeah, I should
Really
probably
nice.
Because like having these, they just
Lovely editing setup as well.
yeah. And actually, I get to show off my chair.
Oh,
I got this this last week. I think for the past like 3 years, I've been using like I can show you like the wooden chairs in my kitchen.
what? At your desk?
Yeah, I was just using one of these like for the past 3 or 4 years.
Wow, that's the back pain special.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I got used to it, but yeah, it just became too much. I was like, fuck it, I'll get a proper chair.
Decent desk chair is like $100. That's a step up from a kitchen chair.
What have we got going on here? We've got the old SM7B. I mean, you know about these.
Yes,
Like sort of
classic.
industry standard for the sort of stuff that we do. This is fairly new. Before I was using a iAudient interface. I think this is a Universal Audio Volt 476p because like for streaming I needed more than 2 inputs. So
Right.
this works really well for streaming. Because of course I've got the Kemper, so that means I can put like the Kemper in with like a stereo, like left and right, and also have a microphone. The older viewers may remember my old oh yeah, the Lego instruction manuals, of course. Gentleman outfit with like the bow tie and the suit. And
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
You know what? I don't think I've ever washed it. Like this shirt is, you can see the fucking sweat stain.
Oh, well, I mean, Rudy was episode 1, and he had the Arab dad outfit.
Yeah.
And then it was just a shirt that he never washed as well, like a button up. And then he sold it. He put like an eBay auction up, and it sold for $5,000.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so I don't know if it was just some woman who wants to smell it.
Yeah.
It was like stained. It was yellow.
Yeah.
It was $5,000.
I'm glad I'm not alone then on that.
Yeah, just sweating the suit a little bit more and then starting OnlyFans, and that's an easy $5,000. New segment. I didn't have that in episode 1 yet. Your phone's right there.
Yeah.
Just open up Instagram.
Yeah.
And then just read 3 random DMs out loud that you haven't. So go in the message requests folder, pick 3 random ones, and read them out loud. Now this is.
I thought you were gonna say, "Show me your fucking like discovery feed." I was like, "Uh oh."
Yeah, show me your search history, and then you should go to prison. No, but this is going to be more or less interesting with like depending on who the guest is.
I'm assuming like with Sophie's episode, that's gonna be a bit.
That's
going to
be rather interesting, yes. And then with guitar teachers, it's probably usually going to be like, oh, can you rate my solo or something like that.
Yeah, my DM's usually quite mundane. All right, so the top one, it's a reply to my story where I'm just plugging my latest video. It says, "You look like you have been through 3 world wars in a single second in this picture." Not wrong, to be fair. Next one is a reply to our story of us 2 last night saying, "Let's fucking go."
Hell yeah.
Lots of hype there for the old Bailey Hole 6-string TV collab. Okay, here's another one. Someone saying like, "Why were they banned from my Discord server?"
Hey, it was banned from your Discord server, and I'm just curious as to why. I rarely ever spoke in the chat, and when I did, I was polite. Please fix it. By the way, I love your videos.
Oh, well, I guess that's kind of wholesome. Well, also, I have no idea why they were banned. I just leave that up to my mods.
That was kind of what killed my Discord server back when I had one. It was open to the public.
Yeah.
And then there were no mods in it because I'm not paying anybody
Yeah.
for that shit. That just kind of escalated. So at some point I was like, yeah, let's shut this down.
If you open it to the public, it has to be moderated. You're just asking for trouble otherwise.
So by the time this episode comes out, the extended cut Patreon is going to be up. So I might like make a Discord or something for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like, ugh. There's so much effort to moderate, and I don't even use Discord besides for like the one group chat.
Well, have you seen that Activision's CEO, I think, has like taken over?
Really?
Yeah, the Discord CEO quit, and the Activision guy has taken over, so that'll be interesting. Probably adverts all over Discord now. Microtransactions to speak.
Yeah, I mean, they already go like, oh, you want to send the big image?
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Yeah, Nitro is a fucking scam. It's like what, 30 quid a month or something ridiculous.
What?
Well, 20, I think it's 25 or 30 quid a month, yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. For what? Chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. Nah, fuck off.